So we want to welcome you to Albany, New York. Day number 3 of minor league series, and this time it's the Titans who has been sent in here by Manhattan Yorkers. Yorkers winning the toss and elected that they'll bowl first. The two openers out in the middle, Goranshu Sharma along with Jaladua. And it looks like Manoj Acharya, as usual, will pick up the attack from the far end. I'm joined by Matthew Achaibar. Matt, it's a must-win game for the Manhattan Yorkers. Not a good start to the 2025 campaign. Still a lot more matches to go, but you want to put in some wins in the early part of this tournament. Welcome.
Yeah, and the Yorkers will certainly be looking to do so here against the NYC Titans. And remember, we would have seen these sides meet in the very first game of the season here on the East, and it was the NYC Titans who prevailed in that reduced contest thanks to some heroics from the likes of Kesh. Lost yesterday as well to the New England Eagles. We'll be looking for a bounce back and hopefully have learned a few things from the NYC Titans, having played them already, having seen a few of their tactics. We'll see what the Yorkers can come away with today.
So Goranshu Sharma and Jaladua has come out to the middle. What we've seen in the tournament so far, you look at the Stallions, for example, and they've got a fixed side. You look at the bowling lineup, and they've used the same 6 or 7 guys to really go through their allotment. And that's one of the things you will see with the Titans. They've gone quite stable with at least Goranshu Sharma and Jaladua at the top of the order. Yeah, a bit of hold up here, and maybe just waiting for time, but it's 10:30 here. And out in the middle, we can see why. Now the side screen will have to be moved. And Matt, one of the things about the side screen, if you notice, one side is white, one side is black. So somebody played yesterday with a red ball, so they've got to change it around now to white. These are multi-purpose facilities, so sometimes red ball plays, white ball plays. So they'll turn that side screen around because it has wheels, and it'll become a white. Well, they'll need to keep the black one, sorry. So this is the action here at the Oval. So Manoj Acharya will start. And that is one thing that the Yorkers will have to sort out. They'll have to make sure, while they've lost a couple of games in the tournament, there are 2 opening games, they will have to be mindful of the fact that sometimes chopping and changing is not the solution. Yep. So Goranshu Sharma is ready, and so is Manoj Acharya, and the umpire says play. And here we are on a Sunday morning, day number 3. Opening game, Manhattan Yorkers, they've won the toss. And they've elected to do this. Here is Manoj Acharya to Goranshu Sharma. And ball turned into the onside. So the Titans are away and running. And Matt, the Titans have enjoyed a good 2025 opening weekend season.
Yeah, would have gotten the best of the Manhattan Yorkers, and then a very close defeat to the Somerset Cavaliers yesterday by 1 run in what ended up being a thriller of a contest. But I think one thing that the NYC Titans really missed in that game, chasing a low total, was some more positivity at the start. And we mentioned this venue is not the place you would necessarily expect to go 9-10 runs and over, but the Titans really struggled, accumulated too many dot balls in the first 6, 7, 8 overs. So, especially between Jaladua and Goranshu Sharma, they'll want to be at least slightly more positive than they were yesterday.
Yeah, we saw yesterday, had it not been for Kwame Patan Jr., who picked up the pace in the middle. But yeah, you're right. We talked about the dot ball percentage yesterday for this Titans team. Ball into the offside, and there is no run. And you look at Jaladua, we talked about the early days of minor league cricket. Had two very good seasons, especially season number 1. And he will have to get back to those kind of scores. Yeah, you talked about the conditions here at the Oval. Cut away into the hands of the fielder. And Jaladua falls cheaply. In fact, he falls without scoring. It's 1 for 1.
Yeah, looking to just late cut that one away. He's hit it straight to the fielder. So his recent struggles in minor league cricket continue for Jaladua. Let's take another look at this one. Manoj Acharya outside off and just looking to guide it. And just straight into the hands of Deep Patel. So Jaladua falls without scoring and the Titans in trouble already. It's 1 for 1.
Yeah, goes down the leg side. Well taken there from... Is that Karan Vasodia, the keeper? And a good take. Yeah, we talked about some other debutants from the New York City area. Adil Naushawan picked up a 4 for yesterday. So a lot of young players, a lot of new players on the circuit this year, as it has been in 4 years of minor league competition. Defensive is Pinagosh, and we've seen Manoj Acharya Matt on the scene for some time. Was part of the Stallions unit a couple of years ago, but he's come back to lead a very young Manhattan Yorkers team. We talked about the average age of this Manhattan Yorkers team, but it's time to get those results in.
Yeah, and the Yorkers have been a young team, have been in the process of perhaps building a team from scratch, but despite the talent and the potential that this team has possessed, it's been a while since they've had any taste of success. So a good first over from Acharya, 2 for 1.
You know, some of them don't have much. Farhan Ali has been given the ball, first game for him. And I talked about the chopping and changing here of the Yorkers team. Of all the teams we've seen, They probably have used up the most players in just 2 days of cricket, and understandably so. They've lost a couple of games. And here comes Farhan Ali. It's the first time we're seeing him. And he comes in here with Manager Charya giving them a very good start. We saw the wicket of Jaladua. And now it's up to Goranshu Sharma and Pinagosh and the others to come. And so a bit of hold up. I think it's a side screen issue again, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes these side screen issues cannot be fixed until a batter settles and waits and then decides the positioning of the side screen. Because some batters, especially when the left-hander comes out, he may have to change it a little bit. And now the ground staff runs over. And the ground staff, by the way, are 3 extra players from the Titans team. So Emmanuel C. Charan, Hamza Khan, and Hassan Awais. So those are the ground staff. They'll unlock the wheel and they'll move it over slightly. And then, of course, when the left-hander goes on strike, he may want a little tweak. Yeah. I've seen in England, Matt, in which it's controlled remotely by someone who will, with a joystick, as umpire Jatin Karvar is giving some directions as to where it should settle. And I want to think maybe while Jatin is there, he should ask Pinagosh to go down quickly and take a stance as a left-hander and see if you're good. But I've seen it in Australia, I've seen it in England, in which it's operated remotely, so someone with a joystick will have a chance to slide it over to the left or to the right. So we're ready. And Farhan Ali will come into bowl to Goranshu Sharma. We look at Goranshu Sharma, and I'll tell you, he's very ritualistic with his batting stance, and we'll try to pick that up. Driven into the offside, lovely shot, could get a couple of runs. Yasser Mohammed cleans up. And so 2 good looking runs here from Goranshu Sharma.
Yeah, a little big one from him, Goranshu Sharma. Another player who's got loads of potential, but maybe haven't seen the best of it throughout recent editions of minor league cricket. He's back with the Titans after a few years.
Oh, edged into the hands of the man asleep and put down. So Goranshu Sharma given a life on 3. What should have been 4 for 2 is still 4 for 1.
Yeah, getting the outside edge. It was a good delivery from Farhan Ali. Got the outside edge. The slip was in place for a reason. But Danish Patel just couldn't hold on. And an easy chance that has been put down off of Goranshu Sharma. And we saw the Manhattan Yorkers, their fielding efforts were not very pleasing yesterday against the New England Eagles. Several simple drop chances put down. And the first one here today for Danish Patel.
So a change has already been made. And Matt, that reminds me of our little club cricket. As soon as you misfield a ball or you drop a catch, you're removed. and so Chattapalian gets taken out. He comes up to mid-off. But in fact, Chattapalian goes to slip. And Danish has been sent grazing up at mid-off. Quick changes.
Yeah, and the Manhattan Yorkers again have really let themselves down in the field. And again, we mentioned how young this side is. So some fresh legs, some young legs, some quick legs. And you would expect them to be a top fielding side. They have been one of the better fielding sides around the East for a bit of time because of that youth. But we haven't seen it this season, especially not with their catching.
So Pinagosh got 57 on Friday, really batted well for the Titans. Debut half century for him. But Farhan Ali we're seeing for the first time. Yeah, stroked into the offside. No, says Goranshu Sharma. And so rarely we've seen teams on these facility mat gone with two fast bowler. Manoj Acharya, we know him pretty well, and Farhan Ali given the new ball.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising that we haven't seen Laksh Parikh in this 11 for the Manhattan Yorkers, a man who would have spent a lot of his minor league career in Texas with the Lone Star Athletics, had a breakout 2021 campaign. So if we're talking about paces, very interesting that Laksh Parikh has made the move from all the way down in Austin to the Manhattan Yorkers, and we haven't seen him in the 11 as yet.
And in fact, Arya Garg, didn't see him yesterday. I'm wondering if he didn't play, and I don't think he's in the side today. Has he left for the weekend? I know it's a busy weekend locally for a lot of other tournaments. So if you're talking seam option, wouldn't you want to have Arya Garg as a left-hander in your arsenal? 2 overs gone is 5 for 1. Will be the man on strike. And Manoj Acharya will come into bowl to Goranshu Sharma. They're batting a 5 for 1, having been sent in. And ball into the offside, can't score. We'll ask our cameraman to zoom into Goranshu Sharma when he gets ready to bat. He has a ritual that he goes through, and this is a new thing I've seen from him this year. Look, so he'll put the bat upright, meticulously holding the blade. Yeah, there we go. Then he puts his handle, and then he settles down, and then we can probably take another look when he does that another time. That's a lot of ritual that goes into his stance, and we'll have to talk to him about that, Matt. What's going on with this? Here we go. Yeah, that's how he gets ready. Look.
Yeah, so just one hand feeling the back of the bat and then one on the handle. The other hand comes down, and that's when you know he's ready to face. So this has been a very impressive start for the Manhattan Yorkers. The wicket of Jaladua. We've seen a drop catch giving Goranshu Sharma a life. There's a better look. So there's the right hand. Just feeling the back of the bat. The left hand goes right to the bottom of the handle, and then the right hand drops down.
Yeah, we talk about actions of not only batters, even bowlers, and some players are very superstitious, mad, very ritualistic. They'll do things what they think is working. We saw Noman Iftikhar, for example. He walks around, he goes to his bowling mark, and he makes a complete 360 like Morny Morkel. And he's been doing that for years. And I always tell him, you're walking an additional couple of yards by doing that. But he does that all the time. So we've seen another good over here from Manoj Acharya. And you talk about the experience of this Manhattan Yorkers team, but Manoj Acharya brings the experience.
Yeah, and he's served the Manhattan Yorkers for a bit of time now, has Manoj Acharya. This period in between, he was with the Stallions briefly. Pinnock Gosh still unable to get off the mark. He's faced 8 deliveries, cannot do so. So 6 for 1 after 3.
A quiet start for the Titans, having been sent in. They've enjoyed a series that so far they've been able to win one and lose one yesterday. We saw a heartbreaker against the Cavaliers. They needed 2 in the last ball, and Ryan Shun just knocked it up. And when everyone was saying all they needed to do is to probably just try and scamper one, push the match into the super over phase, and anything could happen from there on. So Farhan Ali will come into both the Goranshu Sharma. And Matt, you've seen so much cricket sometimes as the batters out there, you don't think like that.
Yeah, you want to win. You're really thinking of a win, but yeah, I mean, sometimes super over is probably the safest option at times. We saw super over last night down in the south with Morrisville Raptors and Fort Lauderdale Lions. And just going back to Ryan Shun, I find it kind of interesting that he's been batting that low in the order. I think Ryan Shun is somebody I would like to see really operate more at the top of the order in the power play, especially considering the NYC Titans have struggled with really finding an opening combination that, has really been worked and has really been giving them a healthy start. I think Jaladua and even Pinnock Gosh have had success batting a little bit lower down. We saw Pinnock Gosh batted at around 4 or 5 when he scored that 50. Jaladua back in 2021 batted around the same area. I think Ryan Shun is somebody that usually does open batting or usually does come in the top order.
So cheeky single here taken by Goranshu Sharma. Yeah, you're right on that. I want to think that the absence of Naseem Mohammed has made them have to move around some of the personnel. I want to think that on Friday we saw what the batting order should look like. But Naseem is not here. Pinnock Gosh wasn't here yesterday, and that's one of the things. Minor league, you come to these minor league games and teams have to move around personnel because of the unavailability of players. Big shot from Pinnock Gosh. He finally latches on to one, and that's gone for a maximum. First of the day.
Massive way to get off the mark from Pinnock Gosh. Short delivery from Farhan Ali. Latched onto it immediately, Pinnock Gosh. 6 runs off the bat of Pinnock to get him off the mark, and he's had a very promising start to minor league cricket, has Pinnock Gosh.
Yeah, we talked about a man who's been part of the circuit in Bangladesh, has played first class cricket for Bangladesh. And speaking of Bangladesh input into the minor league series this year, Shakib Al Hassan is going to the fire when he's done with CPL. And over time, the Atlanta Fire has really attracted some top guns. And so Shakib is going to the south this year.
Yeah, huge addition for their wild card. We saw them had a Nasir Hussain last season or the season before, so no stranger to attracting some big Bangladeshi names. We saw Mohammed Shaifuddin was part of that side as well. So certainly a Bangladeshi connection to the Atlanta Fire.
So wide is the signal from umpire, and this is umpire Jatin Carver. And we'll get our cameraman. I hope it happens at some point. Jatin Carver is probably the slowest version of Steve Buckner. Yeah, he takes a while to get that finger up, and it's super slow mo. And I hope, well, we hope, but the Titans hope that he doesn't have to put that finger up today.
At least
But we
not. At
hope.
least not in this innings.
Yes.
We'll be hoping for a few of those in,
In the other innings.
maybe another hour and a half.
And I remember I was on comm yesterday, and in one of the appeals, I'm telling the guy, keep appealing. He doesn't come that quick. Keep appealing. It's gonna happen. So, a couple of wides there from Farhan Ali. Pinar Ghosh, we talked about he went to play a Bangladesh League final yesterday, and I wonder if the trip was worth it because he drove back, or they drove back, and he got a first ball. He got a first ball. Yeah, into the offside. Good running. We've seen Garanshu Sharma has always been sharp in running. And they scamper through for one. So they're going just over 4 runs and over. And folks, if you're watching this game and you notice that teams are making 120, 130, conditions favor those scores. The scores from the east, as we see, and the scores from the west, Matt, out in California, has been among the same, averaging 130, 140. Final ball here is Farhan Ali to Garanshu Sharma. Sharma has been quite defensive today. And another one, and they're going to run through. So that will complete 4. And Titans haven't been sent in. They're batting a 17 for 1. California. $17 for 1. They've lost Jaladua. And another single here for Garanshu Sharma. Sharma has faced 11 balls now, and so has Pinar Ghosh. And it has been slow sledding here for the Titans, but you get the feeling, Matt, you talked about team targeting 140, 150 if they can get that far, but you've got to be realistic on the conditions here in the East.
Yeah, and we've seen batters really have to make that adjustment. Some have done it better than others.
Ripper of a ball from Manoj Acharya. And when you look on the other side, when you look on the flip side, if you're a bowler, you probably want to come to the East and spend your time. We saw a batsman from the Philadelphians, Van Tol. He is opted to play in the South, and it's all because he'll tell you that the South has a slashing shot through the offside. No one will move except to retrieve.
Yeah, lovely shot from Pinar Ghosh, and is once again proving to be the main man for the NYC Titans. Is looking in good nick at the moment. We saw a 6 from him earlier, now a 4. So getting the Titans back on track. It's been a slow start. We've seen the wicket of Jaladua, but Pinar Ghosh mounting a fight back.
Yeah, lovely shot through the offside. And just coming back with the point I was making, Matt. A player like Van Tol, he has indicated that one of the reasons he's made a move to the South is that the South, that's Florida, that is Atlanta, Morrisville, the conditions are a little bit conducive for good stroke play and perhaps some tall scores. Rush from Pinagosh. He wants to end this as if he's batting in the 20th over.
Yeah, and he's beginning to open up, or attempt to open up, his Pinagosh. Very free-flowing once he does get going. Realizing there's only one over left in the power play after this one, so taking his chances with Manoj Acharya.
Yeah, Pinagosh, we made mention. Over time, he's been part of the strikers unit in New York. And also part of Yankee Royals up in New York, another team that he plays for them on Saturday. And maybe another two teams that we don't know of. There's so much cricket played in New York. I'll tell you, a player like Pinagosh could be playing for 4 teams come the weekend. There's a morning division, there's an evening division on Saturday, and it repeats on Sunday. Oh, in the air, but well away from the fielder. And that will probably go for another maximum. So another 6 off the bat of Pinagosh. 5 gone, it's 28 for 1.
And this is monstrous from Pinagosh. This is very good batting from him. We've seen throughout the season. Just swinging away, heaved into the leg side. It's gone a long way. So a big over, a big couple of overs for the NYC Titans. They're 28 for 1 after 5.
So we were asking about spin, and so spin comes for the first time. Preacher has been given the ball. And Matt, we saw Preacher at finals weekend one time in Morrisville. And those were the days when he played for the Stallions.
Yeah, I would have been to finals weekend in 2022. Would have opened bowling for the New Jersey Stallions in what was, at the time, a rather surprising move.
Yes.
He's bowling to the likes of Stephen Taylor. Here he is now with the Manhattan Yorkers. He's hopped around franchises a bit. Has Preacher, spent a year, I believe, with the Titans, the Stallions, and now the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning and I was asking him if he got enough turn yesterday. And he told, I thought he got a lot of turn. I see a lot of turn and bunks when he bowled on the other pitch yesterday because I did that game. And he was telling me this morning that the other team that bowled for us got all the turn. He didn't. I said, but I thought you were turning the ball square. He said, no, it wasn't. Lofted over the infield and gone for 6. Goranshu Sharma this time over the offside and well executed shot for a maximum.
That's a good shot from Goranshu Sharma. He's such a class player when he gets going. Can play some very textbook cricketing shots, and that one, just a beautiful shot, lofted up and over. And a shot that will certainly be a confidence boost to Goranshu Sharma. Has been short of runs lately. Will look to really get back into form, and now is the time to do it. He's up on 14. It's a flourishing partnership between him and Pinagosh. Well, they'll be looking to get their side back on track.
Yeah, driven into the offside. Long chase here for Yasir Mohammed. He's done it. Done well. We talked about Yasir Mohammed, Matt. He's one of the young legs in the side with international experience, major league experience, and he's been around long enough.
Yeah, he's one of those players that he's still very young, but he's got loads of experience, kind of like Saitija Mukamala. You'd be surprised at how much cricket they've played and how long we've been hearing their names, and yet they're only 21, 22, 23 years old. Down the ground from Garanshu. Will fetch just a single, but this has been good for the NYC Titans. They were 6 for 1 after 3 into the 6th over. Still 2 balls left in the 6th over. They have now gone up to 37, going at over 6.5 and over. So it's been a really good turnaround in the last 16 balls for the NYC Titans.
Yeah, Preet Shah has given up 9 so far, so the off-spinner has not made an early impression here. Manojacharya, we talked about going with 2 seam options at the top of the order with him and Farhan Ali. Something we haven't seen in the other games. Everybody has opted to go slow at the start. And Preet Shah has gone for 9. Still a couple of balls remaining. And Pina Ghosh, and it's a 36-run partnership between Ghosh and Sharma. Yeah, this will complete the 6th of the power play session done. And after 6 is 37 for 1. They've lost Jaladua. And 37 for 1 here at the Oval.
That's where things stand right now at the moment. Similar to what we would have seen last season with the Stallions and the Somerset Cavaliers leading the East. Maybe a bit of a surprise is the team at the bottom of that pile, the Philadelphians. And in fairness to the Philadelphians, I guess if there was any sort of silver lining, and I know the Philadelphians are a very competitive bunch, so this won't mean much, but I guess if there's one thing you could say with the Philadelphians, is their first 2 games they've had to run into the Somerset Cavaliers and the New Jersey Stallions. They've had to run into the 2 sides that would have made it to the Super 8s in the East last season. Not that that is an excuse. The Philadelphians, as I mentioned, are very competitive. Got a big following, and even against the best, they don't expect 2 losses in a row. They'll be in action in just about another hour and a half against the New England Eagles. Both sides with a loss already. New England Eagles would have gotten back on track, however, against the Manhattan Yorkers. So the Philadelphians really in some must-win territory against a New England side that suffered a strong defeat in the first game, but came back well yesterday.
So Yasir Mohammed, the leg spinner, starts with the ball turning away outside the off stump mat. Leg spinners, we've seen Sahir Bhatia spun his web of mystery around all the batters here. He's going to be an exciting player to watch, and he's playing in this game.
Yeah, and certainly 2 very exciting names when it comes to the wrist spin. Yasir Mohammed and Sahir Bhatia. One getting a fair bit of bounce off the surface. We see that quite a lot. Just a knock on the glove to Garanshu Sharma. But it's something I made the point is a bit of a rarity. This one is guided away into a vacant area. We'll think of 3, but we'll only get a couple. But yeah, just seeing the right arm leggies, it's some bit of a rarity around the US setup. We've seen Yasir Mohammed, but in terms of behind Yasir Mohammed and some other options, there's not a whole lot of them. So a good chance for a young player you mentioned like Sahir Bhatia to really make a name for himself and come on the scene, which he's done already this weekend.
Yeah, we've also seen Andrew Emmanuel, another player. Wrist spin. And you talked about yesterday we were talking about teams are more inclined to probably play 2-finger spinner if they're left-handed. We talked about the multitude of slow left-arm orthodox spinner we've seen on the circuit. But hardly will team play 2 wrist spinners, although they might be so good.
And well, you look at the Baltimore Royals, for example, in the South, they've got Mohamed Mohsin and they've got Sarabjit Singh Ladha. So they're one of the rare, perhaps, there are a few exceptions, but you mentioned it is very rare to see a couple of wrist spinners in a side. Two from the over, 39 for one after 7.
39 for 1. We've seen a good partnership between Ghosh and Goranshu Sharma. 38 so far. And Preet Shah will continue. First over went for quite a few. Went for 9. And he will come into the attack. Matt, we were talking about the right arm leggy. Mohamed Mohsin, you talked about Zia Shahzad, and we were talking for the up there players who've probably the closest to probably making the US cut. Yasir Mohammed, of course. Sonny Patel, who's played in Major League. Into the onside, looking for a couple of runs. They'll get that. Fielder had a long way to run in. But yeah, Sahir Bhatia is another name that could be on the horizon. And one of the advantages Sahir Bhatia has, he's playing in the East. And we talked about the low scores. Those conditions will favor the bowlers.
Yeah, and we've seen Sahir Bhatia really perform well.
So Preet Shah continues. Couple of runs in the over, couple of balls in the over. And ball driven into the offside. A couple more young players, Matt. Adam Khan.
Yeah, Adam Khan, Aditya Gupta as well. So maybe it's not as much of a rarity as I thought it was now that we're listing players. But at least in terms of the national team, it's been somewhat of a rarity. There are plenty of options within the minor league circuit, but for those that have made it to the U.S. national level, aside from Yasir Mohammed, there hasn't been much. Part of that is due to our strength in the traditional left arm leg spinners.
Yeah, I remember it might have been 7 or 8 years ago, we used to use a boy from the Leeward Islands, Hayden Walsh. Yeah, Hayden Walsh used to leg spin for the US for a couple of seasons. And then we relied so much on the finger spin stuff. Karim Agor used to play here. And we saw the likes of other finger spinner.
Yeah, Nosh Kenjige, Harmeet Singh, part of the current bunch.
Yeah, we've seen a good over here from Preet Shah. 3 in this over so far. And Goranshu gets a good delivery. That will close out number 8. So 8 gone is 42 for the loss of 1. So 42 for 1. Yasir Mohammed will continue. Tidy over from Yasir. Only gave up a couple of runs, Matt. The spin between Preet Shah and Yasser Mohammed has checked the scoring rate somewhat. And we've seen 2 cheap overs from Yasser Mohammed and Preet Shah. 42 for 1. Ball driven into the onside, and the preservation of wickets. They're batting into the 9th over. They've only lost 1. How important that will come in towards the latter stages here.
It is important, but what also is important is being able to make use of those wickets in hand and find an accelerator like that. What a shot from Garanshu Sharma. The slug sweep has gone a long way. And I was going to make the point that we've seen a lot of teams begin to adjust to conditions and keep wickets in hand. The problem is, it's good to keep wickets in hand, but you've got to find a way to accelerate as the innings comes to a close. We're into the 9th over, into the middle phase, and Garanshu Sharma, shots like that will certainly help keep the Titans back on track. A massive shot from Garanshu.
Yeah, the score goes up to 49, on the cusp of getting to their first team milestone. And it has come at a price here. The price for the bowling team. They've only lost Jaladua. And you gotta like this NYC Titans team. I see a lot of fight and I see a lot of talent in this team. Oh, in the offside, safe shot, could pick up a couple of runs. In fact, they're 7 for 1. Fielder comes around quite quickly, and so the 50 comes up, and it comes in the 9th over. This is a good partnership.
It's a very good partnership. Again, just going back to that point, we've seen teams try to preserve wickets, keep wickets in hand. The problem is, it's not very easy to accelerate, to suddenly go at 8, 9, 10 and over at this venue. So eventually you end up keeping wickets in hand, but you just struggle, especially in this middle phase. As we see a couple of runs here. Sharp running! Oh no, it's not sharp enough! The finger goes up! The finger goes up, and Pinak Ghosh has to depart. And against the run of play, it seems, the Manhattan Yorkers have struck back. And this partnership is eventually broken. Pinak, looking to come back for the second, has been deemed short of his ground.
So good bit of fielding from the fielder. Very good throw. Look at that. Straight into the gloves of Karan Vasodia. And umpire Jatin Karveer ruling that Pinak Ghosh short. And so the second wicket falls. It's 51 for 2. Deep Patel.
So the run out of Pinak Ghosh has brought Nirmit Shashidar out to the middle, a former Yorker. And we saw Nirmit Shashidar have a decent season. Maybe, I think, 2 years ago in 2023 it may have been. But has yet to find his groove in 2025 with his new franchise, the NYC Titans.
Yeah, he's got 2 and 13 so far, so the 13 not bad. And so a big partnership between the pair of Ghosh and Garanshu Sharma Mat comes to an end, a 50-run partnership. And good work from Deep Patel, who picked the ball up, sent a very good throw to Karan Vasodia. And Pinak Ghosh was found wanting, really batted well. Ball defended here, so Yasser Mohammed completes another one, 9 gone. is 51 for the loss of 2. So 51 for 2 at the end of 9. Drew Pawar comes into the attack. Garanshu Sharma and Shashidar out in the middle. Straight down the ground. Fielder will come around. And Preet does well to restrict the batter to only 1. So the 10th over well and truly on.
Yeah, now the Titans are somewhat back to square one. Unfortunate way for that partnership to end for Pinak Ghosh. Looking to steal a second run. Throw was good from Deep Patel. And Karan Vasodia did the rest. So Nirmit Shashidar walks to the middle. He'll need to find some bit of form in this one. We've seen Garanshu Sharma play a good hand. Good for Garanshu, not only for today, but for perhaps the rest of the season to get a knock like this. And he's still going. Seems to be timing the ball much better in the last few overs, but even still with the loss of a wicket, does he adjust his game plan?
So Sharma beats Yasir Mohammed. Oh, and also beats Preet Shah, gone for 4.
Yeah, well, beating the outstretched Yasir Mohammed, put in valiant effort to keep that one in the ring. Can't say the same though for Preet Shah. And this is not one he'll want to see back. One that really should have been stopped.
Yeah,
but it's a boundary nonetheless for Garanshu Sharma, who continues to carry on.
Yeah, but with all fairness to Preet Shah, Matt, he's been fielding. He's fielded every single ball in this over. And the last over, the last 2 balls, this man has been running. It's the bowler, Preet Shah, and the batsman. So we'll probably cut him some slack. Oh my goodness, that's a firm throw. Dhruv Pawar, you don't have your gloves on. Why would you?
Firm throw. And we get the bye signal.
Yeah, that's a firm throw from the thrower. Looks like number 9 has come in with some
Deep Patel. Yeah, it's Deep Patel with the run out, and that makes a lot of sense. That arm is certainly fired up from Deep Patel from that earlier run out. Has fired in some rockets today, has Deep Patel.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Matt. You and I, if we probably were to collect a ball like that, we'll be off the field right now heading to the hospital. But these youngsters, at their tender age of 20, 21, 22, those hands are hard. They're used to the leather. But that's a firm throw. That's pain.
Yeah, firm throw indeed from Deep Patel. So Shashidar on 1, Garanshu on 29. It's been a decent over for the NYC Titans. Going at exactly a run a ball.
Yeah, if that was you, then we'll be heading to Schenectady General. Having an appointment with a bone specialist, right?
Dealt
58.
with a few of those.
You dealt with a few of those? Well, final ball to end the 10th over. A play and a miss. So that is 10 for the Manhattan Yorkers. 10 was gone. They're running at a 52 for the losses. 58 for the loss of 2.
So 10 overs remaining. Yasser Mohammed continues. Once again in the middle phase of the game, we see the spinners begin to operate. He would have been gone. He was struggling there was Garanshu Sharma. And Yasser Mohammed is a very top fielder. And had Yasser Mohammed hit the stumps there, would have been really the end of Garanshu Sharma. Brilliant bit of fielding off his own bowling from Yasser Mohammed.
So a bit of half stop here from Manoj Acharya. And look at that. Good running here from the Titans. They pick up a couple of runs. 2 more here for Garanshu. Might have been Shashidar. So Nirmit Shashidar, 61 for 2. A good shot into the offside as Yasser Mohammed continues. Pulled and pulled well. Has he found the gap? I think he will. And that has gone away for 4 off the bat of Shashidar. Lovely shot. Picked it up well. The placement was perfect. And it's 4 runs to the Titans.
Yeah, poor ball from Yasser Mohammed. One of the rare short ones we've seen, allowing Shashidar to get on the pull. And in this day and age in T20 cricket, when a spinner offers you a delivery like that, it's one that must be put away. Nirmit Shashidar obliges, gets it away to the boundary.
So we talked about Shashidar, 2 and 13 in the couple of games. You'll want to get among the runs, and when we talked about getting among the runs, a 30 and 40 works. Oh, big appeal. And Karan Vasodia quite confident, and now the big appeal. Not out, says umpire Sandhu. And so a couple of balls remaining here. Yasser Mohammed. Always going to be hard to tell, but a quick appeal from umpire, from wicketkeeper Karan Vasodia. Yeah, always tough to tell. And so we come down to final ball in the 11th here. 65 for the loss of 2, and Yasser Mohammed. Good delivery. That's where the leg spinner need to bowl, so that will complete 11. So 11 gone is 65 for the loss of 2. So I think will continue. And will continue to bowl to Garanshu Sharma. He's been there from the start. He's seen a couple of wickets fall around him. He saw the early departure of Garanshu Sharma. He had a good partnership with Pinagosh. And we come down to 54 balls remaining, still batting to come. Kwame Patan Jr., Ryan Shun, Parveen Kumar. Playing a miss here from Garanshu. And the cricket continues here. So the Titans, they take on Manhattan Yorkers here. We talked about the Titans they've lost one, they've won one. And the Manhattan Yorkers, they've lost both. So that's the tail of the tape. New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. No hit and hit well. Oh, fielding has been a letdown. And there goes another letdown, gone for 4.
Yeah, this has really been poor throughout the season from the Manhattan Yorkers. Their fielding has not been great at all. And another boundary has been gifted to Garanshu Sharma. Was firmly hit down the ground. This one really should have been another one that was saved. Just goes right past him for another boundary. Garanshu won't mind. Just adds to an already impressive innings of 36.
Yeah, the ground feeling has not, and this time over the offside from Garanshu Sharma. And he made sure no one has a chance to run around, and that's gone for another maximum.
Yeah, and how often do we see it after a drop catch or a misfield, the next ball? Bada strikes it so cleanly, the very next ball, fielding doesn't even matter. And Garanshu Sharma doing it on that occasion, taking any fielder out of the equation. Immediately after the misfield, follows it up with an even better hit all the way for 6. So this has been a very good innings from Garanshu Sharma.
So Garanshu Sharma into the 40s. From memory, I want to think we've seen 2 half-century in the series here at the Oval. One from Gajanan Singh and one for Pinagosh. Not sure if anyone else
Ali Imran
Ali Imran got a 50.
on the other pitch.
Yeah, that's a game that you did. And so Garanshu Sharma on 42 so far. We've seen 10 in this over from Dhruv Pawar. Yeah, quality delivery. And he continues to bowl some really serious left arm spin here, but we've seen 10 in the over. A 4 by a misfield, and then a more impressive looking shot over the ropes. That went for a maximum, so an adjustment to the field. Manoj Acharya runs into the offside, so more offside protection here, and Derek Narain comes around more straighter at the mid-wicket area. Yeah, good batting here from Garanshu Sharma. 12 gone. 75 for the loss of 2. So Yasser Mohammed, long spell for him. 3 overs, no middle, 1 for 18. We'll finish up inside out towards the mid-off fielder. And Shashidar is gone. 75 for 3.
And picks out Derek Narain out on the boundary. And Derek Narain has had a quiet day in the field, but once the ball goes up in his direction and it lands safely in his hands, We will see the Shikhar Dhawan inspired thigh five from Derek Narayan. Up and over from Nirmit Shashidar, running around, took it cleanly, and there we go. Shikhar Dhawan style. He's done that celebration for a number of years now as Derek Narayan. And Nirmit Shashidar, looking to go big, has fallen. Yasir Mohammed picks up a wicket. It's 75 for 3.
Walks to the middle. And he comes in here, Matt, with 47 balls to go. Kwame has had a very good knock yesterday, almost brought the Titans home. But as long as he was at the wicket yesterday against the Cavaliers, they looked certain for a win. But the minute he departed, it was a different story.
Yeah, and Kwame Patan has been a long-time member of the Titans, dating back to 2022.
So Yasir Mohammed, he has picked up his first wicket today. 1 for 18 so far. He will finish up with another 4 balls. And Kwame, the man on strike. He is not afraid to come out with these innovations. Yeah, looks like he gets off the mark. So yeah, he gets off the mark with a single. And he always backs himself to really come out and play those shots. They're not easy to play. It comes with a lot of risk.
Yeah, he's a very unorthodox, very 360 player at times, is Kwame Patan. Out of Barbados, would have had experience at the junior level in the Caribbean, and has really made an impression since moving over to New York. Has been part of this Titan side, as I mentioned, since 2022.
Shot. Goranshu Sharma gets bat onto this one, running up towards the boundary, and it's a teaser for Dhruv Pawar. The ball wins, and another 4 to Goranshu Sharma.
Yeah, it was one of those that was always going to tease Dhruv Pawar away to the boundary, but very nicely played from Goranshu Sharma down the leg side from Yasir Mohammed. Not the best delivery. Realizing that on this outfield, the outfield is very quick here at the New York Oval. It's just guiding it away fine and away to the boundary for 4. So Goranshu Sharma moves up to 46, and even after 38 deliveries faced, we still see that ritual for Goranshu Sharma that has given him some good luck today.
So final ball for the spell of Yasir Mohammed, Matt. It comes to an end. And then so 13 gone. Yasir has done 4 overs, no min, 1 for 23. Got a wicket of Nirmit Shashidar. And so 13 gone, it's 80 for 3. Pranav bold spell yesterday, eh? So Pranav Chattopadhyay, young player, US international, comes in here. And Kwame Patan playing before his time. The ball arrives. A split second later, taking on the upper body part. And you can see the smile in Kwame Patan's face. It's interesting at time, Matt, when you get hit. Why you smile when you get hit?
It's more of a grimace than anything else. Not really a smile. As much as it may look like one.
Well, your teeth are showing. Isn't that how you know someone is having a laugh? What's your teeth for except eating?
Well, maybe have to ask that question to Shimron Hetmyer. Player at the international level. Perhaps the most contagious smile in cricket. Shimron Hetmyer.
He smiles for everything. You get him for his ball and he walks off with a smile. So Chattopadhyay has come in here. We have seen 3 runs in the over so far. Goranshu Sharma hunting a half century. And he's up on 46. We talked about Gajanan Singh and Pinag Ghosh. Oh, over the offside. Will this be it? No. And fielder quite clean. And so Sharma goes up to 47. Kwame Patan is on 4. And we come down to 38 balls remaining. Chattopadhyay, we see, have done some bit of bowling here for the Yorkers.
It's interesting. I always knew Chattopadhyay as a keeper batsman. So to see him develop his all-round game with the ball has certainly been interesting.
Yeah,
I guess they say that the best time in life to learn a new language is when you're young. So in the case of Chattopadhyay, these young players, we see with Ishant Sharma as well, another young player who we saw has bowled a couple of seam overs. I didn't really know he was a bowler, Ishant Sharma, up until this season. So to see a lot of these youngsters developing, always looking to develop different parts of their game, can go a long way in the future. You never know. You may start off as a batter, try your hand at bowling, and you never know where your career can go.
So it looks like the ball has come off the pad. We'll wait and see. Umpire Jatin Kerver walks to the square. And a couple of leg byes. So that will complete 14. So 14 gone. It's 87 for the loss of 3. So 87 for 3 so far. This is where we are. Seen a good knock from Goranshu Sharma. He's up to 47 so far. And Matt Kwame Patan Jr. has just come to the middle, but look at Pinag Ghosh. Very good today. Unfortunately run out for the NYC Titans. And after 14, it's 87 for the loss of 3. There you have it. So it looks like Preet Shah comes back for another spell, Matt. He's bowled 2 overs, no win, none for 12, and has had a lot of work to do in the field. And when you consider we've seen some misses by the Yorkers, he's been the man to hold up the fielding standard for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Well, we would have seen a misfield from him as well. But yeah, you mentioned in terms of, I guess when you proportion that with how many times we've seen Preet Shah called into action,
You'll cut him some slack on that one.
Yeah, he's probably done more good than bad in the innings, considering just the sheer amount of times we've seen him in the field.
So he comes in here with 36 balls remaining. Garanshu hunting a half century, and Kwame Patan looks that he will not change his style. And that style is to score and score quickly. These are T20 games. We saw him doing that yesterday. But for the time being, this man is on a half century. And he's up on 49. He will join 2 other players, in fact 3 other players, this weekend here at the Oval. Very meticulous as he holds the blade, puts his hand on the handle, and then settles and waits. 49, and he goes big, and that's gone. Half century for Garanshu Sharma.
And what a way to do it. Off the back foot and just hammers it straight down the ground over the head of Ishant Sharma. And what a way to bring up a half century for Garanshu Sharma. And what a way to welcome himself back into minor league form for Garanshu Sharma.
Yeah, and if we had looked at the Players Pavilion, there was quite a bit of standing ovation and big applause for Garanshu Sharma. And they've come out to see the Titans do well. And this man, look at that, brings up his 50 in impressive fashion. So 50 for Garanshu Sharma. He joins Ali Imran, Gajanan Singh, and Pinagosh, 3 half centurions this weekend here at the Oval. Playing a miss, and ball goes through to Karan. We've seen another expensive start to another over from Preet Shah as we come down to 33 balls remaining here. And not only Garanshu Sharma, Matt, has gotten a 50, they're cashing in on the 3-figure mark. They're up to 95 for 3. Yeah, Garanshu Sharma. Look at this ritual as the off spinner decides to come over the wicket. And he holds the blade, holds the handle, then puts the top hand first, and here he is. Ball into the offside. Manoj has had a lot of work to do. And so another run here to Garanshu and brings Kwame Patan Jr. Expect exciting approaches when Kwame Patan is on strike. And I get the feeling when you look at Kwame Patan, so talented, so versatile, he backs himself, that when a ball is bowled to him, Matt, he wants to play all the shots in the books to that one shot.
Yeah, and it's what makes him such an interesting batter. Kwame Patan Jr., he's capable of doing so much with any given ball.
Yeah, got an important 36 yesterday, and then 8 in the first game. Oh, look at that. Comes out with the switch hit, and that's gone for a boundary off the bat of Kwame Patan Jr., gone for 4.
Yeah, and that's classic Kwame Patan for you. For those that don't know, Kwame Patan, he's capable of pulling off shots like this on a regular basis. Brings up the 100 as well for the NYC Titans. And look at this, Kwame Patan, one of the few players on the East Coast that can pull off shots like that on a regular basis with such ease. Finds the gap for 4. So a good over for the Titans, 13 off it. It's 100 for 3. So, look at the partnership between Kwame Patan and Garanshu Sharma. It's been a rather quick one, 25 from 17 balls. They've gotten off to a decent start as a partnership. Pranav Chattopadhyay will continue. I remember in 2023 it was when we had Javon Searles was the captain for the NYC Titans, who himself was another 360 innovative player. When him and Kwame Patan were at the crease together, boy, was that a sight to behold. Have a lot of big partnerships together. This one in the air, but will land safely from Garanshu Sharma. Derek Narayan runs around. Be just a single, so back comes Kwame Patan. And with 29 deliveries remaining, they'll be looking to him. Garanshu Sharma is also set. But in the case of Kwame Patan especially, they'll be looking to him to really go after things.
And Matt, we talked about teams in the Eastern Division. They'll need a win to pick themselves up. Nothing will really work for the Yorkers here. They're really bad. They badly need a win to give them some assurance that the 2025 season is not done yet in the first weekend of matches. Look at that. A big swing from Kwame Patan Jr. and hits it into his pavilion, and that's gone for another maximum.
Yeah, lovely from Kwame Patan. And the New York City Titans are really putting their foot down now. Garanshu Sharma and Kwame Patan, this partnership is really becoming something special because of hits like that from Kwame Patan. His first 6 of the day, that slug sweep. It's a shot he likes to play, especially against the spinners. You see him use it to great effect on so many times. As long as it's in the slot, straight enough to play that slug sweep, he will go for it. Looks to go down the track this time.
Yeah,
a lot happening there.
Lot happening in one ball. Seems to have been a drop catch. It seems to have been a drop catch. Then Kwame runs down the track. He slips. The throw comes in. The bail came off. And the appeal goes to the umpire. He says not out. What a dramatic scene of events on one ball.
Yeah, and it'll go down as a drop catch off of Kwame Patan. Karan Vashodia was stretched a bit, and
I'm wondering, has he been given out?
no, I think he's just getting some refreshments.
Yeah, he gets a hand on shoulder for Yasser Mohammed. And
Yeah, just maybe some water or a change of equipment or something. Got in a very awkward situation there, Kwame Patan. To slip and then had to regain himself and then dive in again. Got himself in a bit of a tangle. But he's one of those players like Rishabh Pant at times where to the eye it may not seem as if he's in control, especially, but I think that's the beauty of his game. Kwame Patan at times, when he's on the ground or when he's falling over at times, that's when we see him at his best.
yeah, he's on 14. Now look at that. Over the offside. Runs out of space is Preacher. And that's another 6 for Kwame Patan Jr.
Yeah, and Kwame Patan has really been a player that has had a very big rise in minor league cricket. Has spent a lot of years with the Titans, and shots like that are why he keeps coming back better and better every single season. Couple of 6s in the over. It's 113 for 3. Yo.
Oh. So 113 on the board. It's still got 24 balls. And Matt, when you have 24 balls in a T20 game and Kwame Patton Jr. is out in the middle, not that he needs a license anywhere, but with 24 balls, you're reminding him,
Yeah.
we've got 24.
Yeah, and that's the danger when you've got firepower in the middle or lower order like Kwame Patton. And don't forget, Garanshu Sharma is on 57. He's been out there for the entire innings. 3 fours and 4 sixes from him. He has struck some powerful hits as well. And there is just another one of them. So Garanshu Sharma has launched one. There's some cars parked there. They'll have to be watchful, because Garanshu Sharma has launched a few in that direction. And Dhruv Pawar comes into the attack and is greeted with a humongous hit off the bat of Garanshu Sharma. And we talked about how dangerous Kwame Patton can be. It's twice as dangerous. You've got both batters going from both ends.
Yeah, massive 6 again from Garanshu Sharma. And surprisingly, Matt, Garanshu Sharma has struck 5 sixes. A massive set of shots here from Garanshu Sharma. He's up on 63. Yeah, when you come into those car park, there's a little sign that says park at your own risk. And it simply means if Garanshu hits one of those windshield, the management is now responsible. All because of the disclaimer. So Dhruv Pawar given the ball here, Matt. He comes in and has been carted over the mid-wicket area for a massive 6. So we've got 22 balls to go. Garanshu in the 60s. Wide is the call. Look at that. And whether or not we saw Garanshu Sharma looking to run down, and the ball had barely passed Karan Vasodia.
Yeah, it was interesting that Garanshu was willing to take off for this one. Wide. And yeah, I don't know if you realize how close that ball was. Just about got home in time. I just want to have a look at where his head is at, Garanshu, and he's not. Doesn't seem as if he's even looking at where the ball was. So it was definitely interesting from Garanshu there. Wasn't looking to see where the ball went. Doesn't matter, because he's still out to the middle and he's still continuing to play very nicely here. That one up and over the offside for another boundary, and Garanshu Sharma moves up to 67.
Yeah, we've seen a really good knock from Garanshu Sharma. He's not done yet. We've still got 21 ball. Look at this one over the offside. Matt, if we had been using our wagon wheel for today, then you'll see that we've seen boundaries on all around a full 360 mark here for Garanshu Sharma. So 3 balls remaining in this over. Gets a bit of an edge. And look at that. Preet Shaw into the act again, and Garanshu falls from 67.
Yeah, looking to go for a reverse sweep, or just looking to ramp it. And got the shot away decently well enough, but into the hands of Preet Shaw. So Dhruv Pawar gets the wicket. Eventually, Garanshu Sharma has fallen, the big wicket that the Yorkers needed. And Garanshu falls for 67. It's 124 for 4. So Parvin Kumar, Parvin Dul, the Canadian international, walks out to the middle for the NYC Titans, and we saw Parvin and Ryan Shun tasked with bringing things home towards the end of the innings, and you felt if Parvin may have faced a few more deliveries that could have been a bit more different for the NYC Titans.
Yeah, Matt, you're right on that. Couple of balls remaining here. Drew Pawar at the end of the over, we'll take a look at the bowling card, but Pawar has picked up one, and he bowls away to Parvin Kumar. And so 20 balls remaining here. They're batting at 125 for 4. A good score by the NYC Titans. And ball cut away into the offside, so he's off and running. And the exciting Kwame Patan Jr. comes back onto strike with 1 ball remaining in this over. But Matt, that doesn't matter. He plays his game the way he knows. And a bit of West Indian flavor into his cricket, and that is to play flamboyant. That is to play calypso style, as they call it. And so he has continued to excite. If you're looking for excitement, you're looking for shots, you got to come see this man bat. So driven into the offside, he will keep strike. 17 gone. It's 127 for 4. Very nice, very nice. And
So Farhan Ali, with 3 overs to go, the Yorkers have gone back to the pace. We've got 2 overs from Farhan Ali left. Possible he could be bowling this one on the final over, and maybe Manoj Acharya bowling the 19th.
I want to think they'll go with Farhan Ali first. And if the pace work, Manoj comes. But if not, we still got bowling from Preet Shah. We still got an over from Dhruv Pawar, who's gone quite expensive today when we saw the bowling card just now. So Farhan Ali. Yeah, good ball. Pace off. And Kwame Patan running. And that's the other element of Kwame Patan's game, Matt. He runs pretty quickly. He's fleet-footed in the wicket. We saw a couple of overs ago, he had to scamper back, and that is because Goranshu Sharma says no. And it's interesting, had Goranshu Sharma run through, it would have been a comfortable single. It would have been a quick single. But the mere fact you're asking a batter to break, pull breaks, and to get back, that's a bit of a problem. Ball goes through to the keeper. A couple of good balls in this over. In Guyana, they will say mash breaks. 128 for 4. We've got 16 balls remaining. Farhan Ali has made a good start to the 18. Parvin Kumar, the man on strike. Oh, massive. In, long on. And can't keep Preacher out of the game. So another wicket falls. It's 128 for 5. Parvin gone.
Yeah, once again, Preet Shah out on the boundary. Parvin Kumar doing what is required at this stage, looking for the boundary, but not quite enough on it. Low catch taken from Preet Shah. Sees the fifth one fall. 128 for 5.
So Ryan Sean comes in here at 15 balls remaining. And he's batting with Kwame Patan Jr. Kwame is on 22. And so we come down to 128 for 5. What can they get in 15 balls?
Well, with Ryan Sean and Kwame Patan Jr., anything is possible. We're looking at 150. Another 22 runs in 15 balls. I think that's realistic enough. And if they get to 150, it would be a very competitive total.
Yeah, with 15 balls, the plan here is to give Kwame as much strike as possible. Ryan Sean, we talked about how he struggled yesterday, missing 3 balls in the final over that they needed 7. Was bowled by Najaf Shah. Not an easy customer, but match coming down to almost the last ball. Ryan Sean knocked it up and the wicket had given Cavaliers the win. So time for him to redeem himself. Ryan Sean, he should have been part of the top order of this Titans team. Into the offside. And Preet Shah, he's done so much work today. We have only seen one blemish. But other than that, Matt, Preet Shah has really fielded well for the Yorkers team. So Kwame Patan comes back into strike. Quick 22 for him. And we talked about the average score on this ground. Cricket Clubs says it's 141 coming into this series on Friday morning. In particular, this pitch. Along the ground. And now they go through for 1. Every run will count on these pitches in these conditions, man. So the 18th over comes to a close. It's 130 for the loss of 5. It's a long series. That's him? That doesn't look like him, though.
No, that's Yorkers guy.
Oh. So looks like manager Charya, the captain, will bowl the 19. And Matt, you're surprised to see that Farhan Ali and manager Charya given the last set of overs here with Kwame on strike.
No, I'm not really surprised. Manager Charya typically backs himself, especially as the captain. We'll always see him bowl at the death. I think Farhan Ali bowled quite well in the previous over to bowl the final over as well. So we could see 12 balls of seam.
Into the offside. Man out of Barbados picks up another run. But in addition to his attacking style of play, how much of cultural upbringing shapes your career as a player?
It certainly does. In the case of Kwame Patan Jr., this looks to be getting a change of equipment.
Yeah, it's interesting how bats get changed so often. I remember when we were growing up, you own a bat for several years and the entire community plays with that bat. And nothing was wrong with it. Ryan Shun, yeah, driven back to the bowler, can't score, and so his job should be the least complicated, and he will need to give maybe Kwame Patan the blunt of the strike. We have only got 10 balls remaining. Of course, the best thing is for him to get some of those big shots in. Yeah, like that. Into the long on area. Yasser Mohammed is the fielder. And we come down to 9 ball. And Kwame on strike. So not a bad over here from Manoj Acharya. He's only given up 2. Oh, sliced into the offside. Ooh, Preacher. Waiting for a long time, Matt. May have misjudged that one.
Yeah, I think he did. I don't see why you would wait that long for the ball to bounce if you didn't misjudge it. Preacher couldn't collect cleanly as well. Need it in front of him. And allowed them to come back for a second. So he's been a busy man. He's had some mixed results today as Preacher. Shot. Kwame Patan swung away. Nobody out there. And even if there was, it's gone all the way for 6. So Kwame Patan gets 140 on the board for the NYC Titans. What a shot.
Yeah, he comes down to going for the fences, and look at this. Massively struck. And this is a big ground. This is a full-size ground. And gone a long way off the bat of Kwame Patan. He goes up to 32. And it's 140, just about the average score on this pitch, Matt, coming into this weekend tournament. And so we've got 7 balls remaining. Here is Manoj Acharya. Wow, those slower ball to great effect. And it goes through to the keeper. And so 19 gone, it's 140 for 5. Okay, Matt. Here. All right, you'll get your microphone over there. So we come down to the final over. It's 140 on the board. We talked about the average score on this pitch. 141, so just about there is the Titans. And we've seen a quality knock from Kwame Patan. He's still with 6 balls remaining. Ryan Shun will be on strike. And Farhan Ali will finish up here. 1 for 17 off 3, so he's been good. Couple of seamers. We haven't seen Ishan Sharma with the ball today, but we're here. Here we are in the final 6 ball. Ryan Shun on strike. Oh, good slice. And it run away for 4. good start to the 20th over here for the Titans. Gone for 4. So Ryan Sean, we talked about struggled yesterday to get them across the line. And we come into the final 6 balls. A lovely slice that has gone away for 4. So they've gone beyond the average on this pitch. 144 on the board. Driven straight down the ground. Fielder will come around. Yasser is good. And they come back for a couple of runs. Both Kwame and Ryan Sean, they're very quick between the wickets. And still with 4 more balls. They're on course to get to 150 at least. And this will be a mammoth undertaking, a mammoth score on the board here for the Yorkers. Yeah, into the pads, and now Kwame Patan Jr. is up on 32 so far off just 21 balls. We've seen 3 sixes and 1 4 from him. And he gets a chance to go for more with 3 balls remaining. So Farhan Ali, 147 here for the Titans. They've been sent in by the Manhattan Yorkers. We talked about Titans. They have won 1, they have lost 1. Manhattan Yorkers, they have lost both. What a shot from Kwame Patan Jr. outside off. And it doesn't matter if you bowl it full, wide, offside. He goes into the onside and gone for another maximum. Big shot here from Kwame Patan Jr. And he goes up to 38. The 150 comes up for the Titans. It's 153 for the loss of 5. 153 for 5. With a couple of balls remaining. 2 big knocks in this innings. We saw one from Garanshu Sharma. And now Kwame Patan at the finishing stage. Garanshu got 67 from 49 balls. And we've seen 11 sixes in this innings so far. 4 off the bat of Kwame Patan. Inside edge, passes Karan Vasodia. And a couple of runs again to Kwame Patan Jr. He goes up to 40. And it's 155 for the loss of 5. So final ball coming up. And it will be Farhan Ali who will come into bowl to Kwame Patan. He really batted well. We saw he got a 36 yesterday, unable to get the Titans across the lane against the powerful Somerset Cavaliers. But final ball, Farhan Ali, 155 on the board. Oh, he ends it with a fine piece of hitting. And that has gone a long way. And he ends it in style. He ends it with a 6. It's 161 at the end of 20 here as Kwame Patan finishes on 46 from just 24 balls. And what a knock we've seen from Kwame Patan Jr. So the NYC Titans, they end at 161. And we've seen a big knock from Garanshu Sharma for 67. And Kwame Patan Jr. not out on 46. Ryan Sean not out on 9. And so when the Yorkers come out, they'll need 162 from 120 balls. We'll take a short break and resume when cricket does so at the New York Oval with the news. Manhattan Yorkers, they need 162 to win. So, welcome back. 162 needed from 120 balls. Openers out in the middle. Pranav Chetapaliam will be the man on strike. Derek Narain, it's his partner. And among these two teams, the Manhattan Yorkers, they badly need a win. They've lost their two opening game. They lost one on Friday, lost one on Saturday. And here we are just after lunchtime on Sunday, just afternoon, 12:31 here in Albany. And they'll be hoping that they can have some encouragement going along. So Chetapalian will be on strike. He has struggled in this tournament. And when you look across the records of minor league cricket and Chetapalian, it's not promising at all. So he will need to get going. And so get going he is with a single out in the onside. Sahir Bhatia runs around quite quickly. He's another exciting young player that has emerged onto the minor league scene. And so I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of him during the course of this NYC campaign. But Derek Narain, and we talked about rarely you see two left-handers come out to bat. And here we are, Derek Narain on strike. Ball punch through the offside, and that will run away quite quickly and gone away for 4. So Derek Narain, 4 of the very first delivery he receives, and it's a crunching shot through the offside. Ravish Kanchi, look at that, a lot of room, and with the turn of the ball, great adjustment from Derek Narain. And that ball has gone away for 4. This one guided into the offside. And another single for Derek Narain. So he quickly goes up to 5. Is 6 for no loss in the first over. And they're asking to score at 8. And this time ball tucked into the onside. So a better start here from the Yorkers. They have struggled to put runs on the board. We saw their opening game in which the match was reduced, score was revised, and they lost. Oh, another not great effort here from Keshav Raval. And Derek Narain benefiting from some ordinary fielding from Keshav Raval. Picks up a couple of more, so 9 on the board. Big start here from the Manhattan Yorkers. And so more runs again for Derek Narain. He picks up another one, so that will complete the first over. So very good start for the Yorkers. They're chasing 161. They're 10 for no loss at the end of 1. On. ball into the onside. Derek Narain has gone quickly up to 9, and so here we are in the second over. The tall figure of Mario Laban. Mario, yeah, we talked about coming on to the scene. Remember, it might have been 2022, got into a tournament played in New Jersey called the American Premier League. Made a name for himself, very quality fast bowler. And ball, he's gone, caught behind. And Chattapalian trouble continues. Another low score for him, under 10. And Mario Laban, in his second ball of his spell, has picked up the wicket of Pranav Chattapalian. It's 11 for the loss of 1. Caught behind. And the keeper taking a very simple regulation catch. Look at this. Sliding down the leg side and looking to flick. And in the end may have come off the gloves. So an early wicket here for Mario Laban. Pranav Chattapalian gone. It's 11 for the loss of 1. Karan Vasodia, the wicketkeeper, comes to the middle. And we've seen a quick strike from Mario Laban. He's picked up the wicket of Pranav Chattapalian. And we've seen a really good start here from the Titans. They picked up 1 in just the second over. Play and a miss from Karan Vasodia. He's had a good knock somewhere along the way. Got a 28 in one game. Got 1 in the second game. So 11 for 1. Here is Mario Laban. And ball swung into the onside. Not timed well. But Karan Vasodia gets off the mark, so he's up and running. 1 for 12. Manhattan Yorkers badly looking for a win. They'll need to get that done today. Still a game for them tomorrow. Oh, lofted over the bowler's head, out of reach from Sahir Bhatia, and gone away for 4. Good looking shot from Derek Narain, just over the bowler's head. And Derek Narain has now picked up his second 4. Good shot, good placement. And you see that over the bowler's head, a bit of a chase here for Sahir Bhatia, but in the end, 16 for the loss of 1. And Chattapalian continues to struggle. We see has yet to get his highest score of this season. 4, 3 and 2 for him. So Derek Narain into the offside. Good looking shot. And it goes away for a 1 bounce 4. So another good looking shot from Derek Narain. The second over comes to a close. It's 20 for the loss of 1. So we've seen the Manhattan Yorkers. They're up to a 10-run and over start. Seen a good knock from Derek Narain. You're watching Ravish Kanchi, the off spinner. In fact, there may have been a bowling change now. So Parveen Kumar has taken over from Ravish Kanchi, the off spinner. So he gives way to Parveen Kumar, man who comes out of Canada. Oh, into the hands of the fielder at cover. And so the second wicket falls. Karan Vasodia punching a ball uppishly straight to cover. And Parveen Kumar, perfect start to his bowling spell. He's picked up one. It's 20 for the loss of 2. So a ball short. And look at that, punch straight into the hands of the fielder. Didn't have to move an inch. And in the end, another wicket falls there for the Yorkers. They're 2 down for 20 on the board. Karan Vasodia gone. So Deep Patel comes to the middle. Seeing a very soft dismissal here from Karan Vasodia. Deep Patel comes to the middle. Still a long way to go, 142 to win. From 107 balls, always asking just about 8. We've seen a good knock from Derek Narain at the other end. He's up on 17. A player that in the past have represented the Philadelphians. They're playing on pitch number 2. Quality bowling here from Parveen Kumar. Getting the ball to spin, bounce and turn, and ball going through to Jaladua, the captain and keeper. It's a very good start from Parveen Kumar. Getting the wicket off his first ball. A couple of dot balls for him. Yeah, punched into the offside. And so for the third time we've seen Keshav Raval ball passing him. And so Deep Patel, he gets off the mark. Derek Narain comes in to strike. We talked yesterday about Derek Narain. When you go to cricket clubs and you click on Derek Narain and you try to profile him, he has about 8,600 runs spread across of all the years he's been playing and games tabulated on cricket clubs. And I'm pretty sure he's played some matches that is not on cricket clubs platform. So count that in. 8,600 runs for this man and counting. And he comes out of the Majestic unit out in New York, a premier team that plays on Sunday. And on Saturday, he plays for a team called Spartans. They've been knocked out last week in the quarterfinal games on Saturday. But they're in the semi-final in the 40 over division in a league called the National in New York. And Derek Narain has been their Majestic captain for several years now, and he's one of the top batters there. Saw him yesterday looking good and then got bowled around his legs from a ball from the off spinner. So Deep Patel comes into strike. He needs a score. Deep Patel, we saw him 18 and 8 so far in a couple of games. And ball pushed back to the bowler. So that will complete over number 3. So the Yorkers, they're batting at 23 for 2. They still need 139 to win. Mario Laban will continue. Gave up 10 but picked up a wicket in that over. The wicket of Chatapaliam. And a play and a miss here from Derek Narain. So good start from Mario Laban. The NYC Titans team have come aboard. We have seen a brand name change in the last, well, we saw them in 2024 coming as NYC Titans, but before that they were the Empire State Titans. And when you talk about the Empire State Titans, it still brings shivers to the early days of minor league cricket. Derek Narain over the long on area from a short ball from Mario Laban. And that has gone away for another boundary here for Derek Narain. So 4-4s from him. A good looking shot. He loves to go straight down the ground. And even if the ball is short, you tend to think that when the ball is short, you go square. But not Derek Narain. He loves the straightish side. And look at that. Long reach, long handle. And he's a very tall player. So he gets those straightish shots in quite comfortably. And that's a lovely shot from Derek Narain. They're batting at 27 for 2. Cut away. And that could run away again. So consecutive boundaries of the bat of Derek Narain. And this one short and square. And a lovely cut shot from the left-hander. Take a look at this one. Short and can't bowl that to Derek Narain. And he has gone up to 26 in quick time. In just 11 balls. So they're off to a good start. They lost a couple of wickets, but other than that, we've seen a rapid start here from the Manhattan Yorkers. Of the two teams out in the middle, the Manhattan Yorkers, they badly need a win to give them some bit of lift and encouragement as the series progresses. This time going down the leg side, umpire Jatin Carver signals wide. The keeper is Jaladua. Jaladua, in 4 years of minor league, he's played in 2. And this is, I want to think this is his third, but saw him at the time in which the New York team was called the Empire State Titans. Oh, pulled away. Lovely shot again from Derek Narain. Fielder will come around. It was always going to be a stretch for that fielder. Pulled away, this time on the onside. And the diminutive Derek Narain has picked up another boundary. Yeah, look at this. Can't bowl short to Derek Narain. And he has gone up to 30 in quick time, just off 12 balls. 6-4 so far. And Mario Laban has gone for 13 in this over. Still a couple of balls remaining. And they're chasing 160 plus. And they've taken it down by 36 for 2 so far. We've seen Pranav Chatapalian for 2, Karan Vasodia for 1. And so far we've seen a good knock here from Derek Narain. Quickly up to 30 so far. And we talked about the man that comes out of the majestic team out of New York. They're into a semi-final that will be played next week. Yeah, turned away into the onside chase here for Ravish Kanchi. And they'll come back for a couple of runs. So productive over here for the Yorkers. 4 gone. They're batting at 38 for 2. So Deep Patel will be the man on strike. Parveen Kumar on a ripper of a delivery. How many finger spinner we've seen across this being 3 days of competition here, and there's so much to mention. Parveen Kumar's, he's on the list, and a couple of good balls. That's the right area to bowl. As a finger spinner, you want to at least draw the batter forward, use the condition of the pace to get some bunks and turn, and he's done that. Yeah, big appeal, and so another wicket fall. This time Deep Patel goes, a tempting shot into the offside, and he gets a very thin edge, and Jaladua takes an easy dismissal, and the third wicket goes down. Deep Patel gone off the bowling of Parveen Kumar. Look at that, shortish, and looking to go through the offside, and in the end another wicket goes down. It's 38 for the loss of 3. So Danish Patel comes to the middle. I recall seeing Deep Patel and Danish Patel yesterday out in the middle, and the cricket club scorers had them at Deep Patel and Deep Patel. I had to do some radio commentary just to make sure that they know Deep and Danish. But thankfully Deep is gone, replaced by Danish. And so he comes in here with the Yorkers in a bit of trouble again. They're batting at 38 for 3. Derek Narain has played a good knock so far, and they've had to contend with some very good left arm spin bowling from Parveen Kumar. He's been steady, and you look at his bowling figures, 2 for 3. He's picked up the wicket of Karan Vasodia, and also not too long ago that of Deep Patel. It has been a very good campaign, very encouraging for this NYC Titans. And when I come back, I'll try to walk you through the brand. Used to be called the Empire State Titans, now rebranded to the NYC Titans. But they have had a very strong upbringing in the opening years of minor league cricket. So 5 gone. It's 38 for the loss of 3. So Derek Narain on 32. We talked about on Cricket Clubs, Derek Narain 8539 or 8639, 8,639 runs spread across 267 matches. So that gives him an average of at about 35, 34. And that's a lot of games, because Derek Narain, I've known him for a long time in the New York area. And I'm quite sure. Cut into the fielder's hand, and he has taken the catch on the rebound, it appears. Well, in fact, no. And so Derek Narain will survive. But ball punched into the hands of the fielder, bubbled it. And I'm wondering, it might have been Parveen Kumar. Not too sure. We'll have to pick up number 42. Yeah, Shashidar, Nirmit Shashidar. We saw him take an easy catch earlier on, but he has bubbled this one, tried to regain and complete the catch, but not successful. And so Derek Narain will make a mark on that. He's been given a life on 33. And looking to go into the onside, Danish Patel, we'll wait and see. Has it come off the pad? So Danish Patel, he gets off the mark. He's typically an opener, Danish Patel, but he has been dropped down the order. Got a chance to impress as an opener in the first game, Danish Patel, and failed, and so they have allowed him to bat in the middle. Got into the teens yesterday. Derek Narain into the offside. He has knocked it up, and fielder comes around, falls in front of him. And so ball in the air for a long time from Derek Narain. The fielder had a long way to run, so he remains on. Well, he goes up by 1 to 34 and brings Danish Patel on 1. It's 41 for 3. And I was talking about Derek Narain. You've got to add on those runs. I know he played in New York for a long time in the days of book scoring. Pulled away from Danish Patel, gone away for 4. Ball angling down the leg side from the off spinner. You can't bowl there as an off spinner. And that one has been swung away. Good looking shot from Danish Patel, gone away for 4. And so the Yorkers, they go up to 45 for the loss of 3. They're still punching that 8-run and over mark, but they've lost 3 wickets along the way. And I'm just coming back to Derek Narain. So that 8,600 runs still hasn't factored in the days of book scoring before cricket clubs was adopted and pulled away. Similar shot, similar ball. And a couple of loose deliveries here from Ravesh Kanchi, the off spinner. And he's paid the dear price. So a couple of 4s off the bat of Danish Patel. And he has gone quickly up to 9 with a couple of 4s. As the ball going down the leg side here from Ravesh Kanchi. And so 49 in quick time. They're required to score 8 runs and over. They're doing better than that, 8.4. And so the requirement comes down to under 8. As the Manhattan Yorkers still need 113 from 85 balls. So final ball, over that has gone for 11 so far. Danish Patel on strike. Oh, better delivery, straight down the ground, and it goes away. 1 bounce for 4. So the 50 comes up in the 6th over. It's 53 for 3. And we've seen 3 consecutive 4 off the bowling of Ravesh Kanchi. Danish Patel goes up to 13. And look at that. That brings up the 50 in quick time. And it's 53 for 3 at the end of 6. Early change. Keshav Raval. Not a left arm spinner. He's been given the ball. Saw him on opening day. Picked up 4 for 20. And will come into ball to Derek Narain. Danish Patel is on 13. And Derek Narain has played a very good knock so far. He's up on 34 from just 16 balls. And those 34 has come with 6-4 so far from Derek Narain. Here's Keshav Raval. The ball cut away into the offside. Goes up to Kwame Patan. Very exciting player, Kwame Patan. And he's given us something to talk about. So much to talk about Kwame Patan. He's been so positive. Narain on strike. Yeah, turned into the onside. And Sahir Bhatia, US national. Can't prevent a single and out. Brings a strike over to Danish Patel. So the 2:30 game will see it's a top of the table clash between Cavaliers and the Stallions, and that will happen on this pitch, so you don't want to miss that. I know it's an easy Sunday all across the country. A lot of people will be coming home from church. Respective churches, whether you're Christian, whether you go to temple, whether you have gone to the mosque. I want to say wherever you're watching from, good to have you. And all the minor league games, there's so much happening. We're hoping to finish 49 games by the end of Monday afternoon. Minor league cricket is in season. And so much games. And I know everyone following their respective team, their respective players, and you're keeping your eyes and ears on what's happening in the opening weekend of minor league. And the interesting thing, you can also follow on cricket clubs if you're a fan and you love numbers and you're a numbers person. Well, you can go on cricket clubs, minor league cricket on cricket clubs, and follow all the happenings there too. Cut away, lovely shot here from Danish Patel. Shashidar runs around, and so a good looking shot from Danish Patel fetches him a couple of runs. And this over's gone for 4 so far from Keshav Raval. Final ball in this over. And Danish Patel the man on strike. And ball nudged into the offside. Can't score, so 7 gone. They're batting at 57 for 3. They need 105 from the remaining 78 balls. 57 for 3. Sahir Bhatia, the exciting leg spinner. He's been given the ball and he starts with the ball that kept a tad low, goes through to the keeper Jaladua. And this will be an exciting contest. Very interesting one. As Sahir Bhatia, he's an upcoming prodigy. He's played junior cricket for the United States and has been a part of 2 top tournaments in the last month or so. Has been part of the US national team in the Caribbean for the Rising Stars series, the under 19 series, and did well. Their team got into the final with Barbados. And then of course we saw him for the ICC Americas under 19 qualifier just a couple of weeks ago. And so he's had a lot of cricket coming into this weekend of minor league cricket. Ball chopped into the offside. Good shot from Danish Patel. He has rotated the strike and the left-hander comes back into strike. And Sahir Bhatia, in addition to a busy 3 weeks coming into this minor league series weekend, we saw he's picked up some wickets in this minor league series. 3 for 1 on opening day. And I think he also got a couple of wickets yesterday, so he's really been enjoying some success in this opening weekend of minor league cricket. We saw an over in which one of the teams needed 7 in the last over. And ball tugged into the onside by Derek Narine. Doesn't time it well. And by the time the ball was thrown to Sahir Bhatia, and by the time he was done, he defended that 7-run over by only giving up 1. And 4 wickets fell in that over. Sahir Bhatia was the bowler. And we saw him yesterday against the powerful Somerset Cavaliers. They didn't seem to read him yesterday. Pulled away, short ball. Ryan Shan may not get around. And that has gone away for another boundary off the bat of Danish Patel. So the 8th over comes to a close. And look at this one, a drag down from Sahir Bhatia. Can't bowl there. And Danish Patel ready to pounce on anything loose. 8 overs gone, 64 for 3. So the action continues. Keshav Raval with a 4-wicket haul on Friday. Oh, he's gone. So Derek Narine gone for 37. And Keshav Raval at the start of the 9th over has picked up his first wicket, 64 for 4. Yeah, it's hard to tell from this angle. So much bodies in line with the delivery, blocking our view. But umpire Sandhu has sent Derek Narine packing. It's 64 for 4. Mohammed walks to the middle. And Yasir Mohammed needs no introduction when you talk about American cricket. Being part of the US international squad, he's been with Major League for at least 3 years. And he comes out here with the Yorkers needing 98 to win from 71 balls, still asking over 8 and over. We've seen a first wicket here for Keshav Raval. We talked about Keshav. Got a 4 for 20 on Friday. Sahir Bhatia could be in tandem with him to bowl. And Sahir Bhatia with 5 wickets in just a couple of games. Got 3 for 1 in one of the opening game, but we're watching Keshav Raval. The ball cut away here by Yasir Mohammed. And if Yasir Mohammed gets 7 today, it will be his highest score of the weekend. Got a couple of 6s. He got 6 on opening day, got 6 yesterday. And so I'm pretty sure he, as an all-rounder, will be itching to get some runs under his belt. We know about his bowling prowess. A couple of good balls to start here from Keshav Raval. He's really been on the ball here. Picked up the wicket of Derek Narain to start. He's bowled a couple of good balls from a man who would want something better than 6. We know he's a better batsman than that for sure. 64 for 4. They need 98 to win. Ball stroked into the offside. Yasir will have to wait a while longer before he gets off the mark. But we've seen a spirited start to their 2025 campaign from this New York franchise. They're called the NYC Titans now. They used to be called the Empire State Titans. And wait until you hear some of the top players that played in season 1 for this franchise. Well, it was captained by Christopher Barnwell, and the side included Trevon Griffith, Navin Stewart, Jala Dua, some top West Indian big players in that lineup. They made it to the final. They made it to the conference final, and since then they've changed the composition of this team quite a bit. And here we are in 2025, and the team looks like that. That's a quality delivery from Raval. Kept low, but Yasir does well to keep it out. 9 gone, and 64 for the loss of 4. So Sahir Bhatia continues. Ball driven nicely here from Danish Patel. Picks up another run, so things are on the way here. We talked about Danish Patel. He's a top order batsman, and he usually hangs out at 1 and 2. But he has found runs hard to get, and they've asked him to come in the middle. We saw him bat yesterday at 6. Today he comes in at 5. Yasir Mohammed comes in here, yet to get off the mark. He's faced 5 balls in the previous over from Keshav Raval. And we come down to 65 balls remaining. 97 to win. Good strike here from Yasir Mohammed. And it's gone for a maximum over the onside. So Yasir Mohammed, we saw him yesterday. Similar shot into the onside, got him 6, and then he was out shortly after. So let's see if he can push on. He ties his couple of days score. We saw him 6 on Friday, 6 on Saturday, and he would want to get off the dreaded 6. He's on 6 now, off 6 balls, so a lot of 6 for him. And he's taken Sahir Bhatia, who's really been good in this series. Oh, there's a big appeal. And Jatin Carver takes a long time. Here we go. That finger will come, but it takes a long time. Yasser gone for another 6. So 71 for 5. Jatin Carver maybe still, his hand is still going up, but the batsman is walking. And so trouble here for the Yorkers. They're 5 down. Yasser gone for another 6. We take a look at this one. Oh, this is dead. This is plumb. And when you play back and not being able to read Sahir Bhatia, you are in trouble. And we'll take a look if we can how long Jatin Carver takes. We're putting the finger up, but by then Yasser Mohammed had begun to walk. And so another wicket goes down. It's 71 for the loss of 5. Jatin Carver. He is what Steve Buckner used to do, but he's times 2 Steve Buckner. 71 for 5. Sharma comes to the middle. He comes in at number 7, and one of the things we have noticed is that you wonder what some guy does in the team. Ishan Sharma comes out at 7, and he's not the only one, to be honest. We've seen so many matches in minor league cricket. Guy comes out at 7, 8, and 9, and he hasn't bowled a ball, and you wonder what he does. So they need 91 to win from 62. Ball driven into the offside, can't score. So this has been an exciting over here from Sahir Bhatia. 1 for 14 so far. And we'll come into bowl to Ishan Sharma. 71 for 5. Yorkers on the ropes again. So that 10th over comes to a completion, and after 10, the Yorkers still needing 91. They're batting at 71 for the loss of 5. We're back with the cricket. 71 for 5. Kashav Raval will continue. 1 for 4 with 1 maiden from Kashav, and will come into bowl to Danish Patel. He's been there for 21 so far. And ball cut away. Chase here for the fielder. And Danish picks up a couple of runs. So good looking shot from Danish Patel. We talked about he's an opener by trade. And we've seen, because they've lost a couple of games, a lot of chopping and changing. And sometimes that doesn't even work. So they've got to come up with solutions to really get going. When you've lost a couple of games, your opening games, it could be a long series for you. And all they need is some bit of respectability, maybe win a game, and it will make a big difference. But to win this game, they need 89 from 58, so a long way to go for them. With half of the team back in the shade. Ishan Sharma along with Danish Patel, and the others to come, they will have to come up with a plan to get their 89 from 58 balls. Into the onside, running quickly. They could pick up a couple of runs, challenging the fielder. And a couple of good looking runs here from Danish Patel. The running has been good. And so 75 for the loss of 5. Couple of 2 shots in this over off the bowling Kashav Raval. So cricket continues on pitch 1. The 2:30 games will see a very big matchup between the Somerset Cavaliers and the Stallions. Yeah, Keshav Raval does well to prevent a boundary, couple of runs. 77 for 5, 85 to win from 56 balls. So we've seen 6 in the over so far. So 77 for 5. We'll go through the batting card at the end of this over. Ball into the offside. So good batting here from Danish Patel. He goes up to 28. He's really batted well considering what has happened around him. So we'll take a look at the card and just after this ball. But it's been another impressive showing here for the NYC Titans. Saw them going down to the Cavaliers yesterday. And ball worked into the onside from Ishan Sharma. So that brings close to the 11th over. Is 79 for 5 here at the Oval. Very good. Hard for you. We saw Derek Narayan at the top of the order. He got 37. And now Danish Patel, he's posted 28 so far. So they've lost 5. They still need 83 to win. Batia will continue. They need 83 to win from 54. We've seen a good knock from Danish Patel, but you're watching Ishan Sharma. And ball punched into the offside. Easy single to get the 12th over start. So top of the table clash next. The Cavaliers have made their way into the ground. They'll take on the Stallions. That should be an interesting one. Sunday afternoon special. So Danish Patel, he's on 28 so far. Ball defended here. We've seen a good knock from Danish Patel. Yeah, ball into the offside. Easy single. Out. And Sahir Bhatia has given up 2 in 3 balls. $81 to win from 51. Yeah, good bowling here from Sahir Bhatia. Continues to have a very good series. This is game number 3. $8-1 for the loss of 5. And Sharma into the onside. They're gonna go through for 1. And this over's gone for 3 so far. Good bowling again from Sahir Bhatia. But we've seen Danish Patel and Ishan Sharma play him with some bit of confidence. That is because they are reading cutaway into the offside. Ryan Shun does well to keep the ball protected. And so that completes over number 12. So 12 gone, it's 82 for 5. 82 for 5, 12 gone. They need 80 from 48. And we talked about the run in this year's competition for the Yorkers. They've lost their opening games. And Titans, they've won one, they've lost one. So very important matchups here. And you get the feeling that with 80 from 48 balls, asking 10 and over, that sometimes it's not been an easy going on conditions here. Yeah, we talked about some debutants who have done well in this series. Talked about Adil Naushawan. We talked about some other batters. Oh, reverse shot into the offside. And it will go away, but should have been taken. And in the end, we've seen a 4 off the bat of Ishan Sharma. So not a good effort from the man out at point. And should have taken that catch at this level, but that's how it goes. And not only it's a drop catch, but it goes away for runs. And so now they need 76 from 47 balls. So things are winding down here. Big matchups. Cavaliers will come up against the Stallions. Both teams on 4 points. So that should settle a little bit of score this Sunday afternoon. And both teams, Cavaliers and Stallions, have made big strides in their minor league record over time. So looking forward for that one. 87 for 5 here, 75 to win. And we come down to the remaining 46 ball in this encounter. So ball into the offside. Quick running here. Danish Patel picks up another run. So 88 for 5. We're 74 run away from getting a result in this game. 45 balls remaining. Still 5 wickets down here for the Manhattan Yorkers. So Ishan Sharma on 8. Danish Patel is on 30. And looking to pull through the onside. A bit of a top edge. And Jaladua runs back. Takes the score to 89 for 5. We are in the 13th over. We've seen a good knock from Danish Patel. He badly needs a big score, and today could be that day to help out the Yorkers. Yeah, good delivery here from Parveen Kumar, man who comes out of Canada. So we've seen the influx of the Canadians again coming to minor league. They've always been part of the minor league series for many years. We've seen the likes of Saad bin Zafar. We've seen Ryan Patan from time to time. And so the 30th over comes to a close. 89 for the loss of 5. 89 for 5. They need 73 to win. Continue. And he will finish up here. 3 overs, no men, 1 for 17. We talked about how busy Sahir Bhatia, the young leg spinner, has been in the last month or so. Was part of the US Under-19 Caribbean Tour, the Rising Star Youth Series. And then when he came back, was part of the USA Under-19 qualifier. So Sahir Bhatia continues to Sharma. Sharma looking to pull through the onside. Doesn't time it too well. And things have begun here in over number 14. They need 72 to win from 41 balls. And Danish Patel comes back into strike. Oh, he comes down the track, misses the ball. The middle stump is knocked back. And Sahir Bhatia has picked up his second wicket, 2 for 18. Danish Patel gone. It's 90 for 6. Yeah, looking to come down to the leg spinner. You've got to read. Now look at that. On the middle and leg stump. And another wicket for Sahir Bhatia in this series. He's bowling at 2 for 18 for the time being. Look at that, middle stump. And another wicket for the young leg spinner. 90 for 6. So the new man that comes to the middle, Dhruv Pawar. Still needs 72 to win from 40 balls. Sahir Bhatia. And ball defended here by Pawar, so they need 72 to win from 39 balls. And we've seen another spirited game here for the Titans, and having a good tournament so far. So 71 to win from 38. $91 for 6. The Yorkers struggling again as Bhatia continues to spin his web of deception here. One of the things I've noticed is that this young leg spinner, there haven't been a lot of players reading this bowler into the onside, looking for a couple of runs. In fact, they're settled for one. And so the 14th over comes to a close. It's 92 for the loss of 6. They need 70 from the remaining 6 overs. 70 needed from 6 overs. It's 92 for 6. We come down to the last 36 balls, and the Yorkers up against it again. Left arm spin, Keshav Raval. He's picked up one so far, cut away into the offside. And fielder will come around. They're gonna challenge the fielder for a couple of runs. Good running. And we come down to 68 to win from 35. Ishan Sharma on 13 so far. He's played a good hand. Oh, swept away, running up towards fine leg. And gone away for 4. So important boundary here for the Yorkers. They go up to 98. And they need 64 still to win this one. 34 balls remaining, asking 11.2. And they're going just about 7, so a bit of a gap there, but we've seen a good knock here from Ishan Sharma. Can he get them across the line? And Drew Pawar, he's on 198 for the loss of 6. So Raval into the offside. Has he found the gap? Fielder comes around and does well to restrict the batters to only 2. So that brings up the 100 here for Manhattan Yorkers. They're batting at 100 for 6. It's 100 for 6. They need 62 to win from 33. They're chasing 161. So 100 for 6. And we're in the 15th over. Here is Ishan Sharma, the man on strike. And Keshav Raval with 8 in the over so far. The ball defended into the offside. So we'll take a look at the batting card for the NYC Titans at the end of this over. We saw a couple of big knocks. We saw one from Goranshu Sharma, who got 67, and also we saw Kwame Patan Jr. with 40 plus. So we'll take a look at that scorecard. And ball cut away into the offside, and they're gonna go through for 1. So 101 for 6. 61 to win from 31 balls. And so 61 needed. Here is Keshav Raval, final ball in this over. Drew Pawar has just come to the middle. 101 for 6. As the action continues, as Manhattan Yorkers chasing 61. So that completes the 15th over. 15 gone. It's 101 for 6. We'll take a look at the previous scorecard. Yeah, that's the NYC Titans for you. We saw towards the end Kwame Patan, 46 not out. But 67, a big knock from Goranshu Sharma. And so 161 for 5. Manhattan Yorkers, they're batting at 101 for 6. And they still need 61 in 30 balls. Thank you. Spinner. Comes back for his second spell. 2 overs, no been done for 25. And we'll come into bowl to Ishan Sharma. 101 for 6, so they need 61 to win. Over the head of the bowler, Sahir Bhatia. Good throw to the right end, but not quick enough. And so 2 more runs here for the Manhattan Yorkers. Can they pull this off? They need 59 from 29. And ball into the region of the onside. Ishan Sharma has played a very good hand. We talked about, we didn't see him bowl and I was wondering what he does in the team. Well, seems to be a very good batter. Yeah, straight down the ground, Goranshu Sharma, who got a well-placed 67, the man engaged. And it comes down to 57 to win from 27 balls. What essentially has been happening every over that goes by, they haven't scored 11 runs, 11-12, it has gone higher. And so that's not good news for the Yorkers. Couple of balls, couple of runs here. Ravish Kanchi has gone quite expensive today. And he's given up none for 31 so far. That's his figure. And he's bowled 2.4, so the off spin has gone for quite a few. They need 55 to win from 26. 55 to win from 26. Yeah, ball into the onside. They're going to challenge the fielder for a couple of runs. Good running. Oh, well, not so good because they've lost another wicket here. And it looks like Drew Pawar has to go. It's 110. 110 for 7. Another wicket falls here for the Yorkers. 110 for 7. Yeah, it looked promising. They completed the first one pretty quickly. Well, we've seen a very good throw from one of the fielder. Looks like Shashidar with a very good throw. And in the end, another wicket falls here for the Yorker. 110 for 7. 110 for 7. So Farhan Ali comes to the middle. That will complete the 16th over. So 16 gone. It's 109, I think it is, for 7. Continues. They need 54 from 24. New man in, Farhan Ali. And it looks like Kashav Raval will finish up here. In fact, Parveen Kumar is the bowler. Ball guided away into the offside. Ryan Shun is the fielder, so things are on the way back again. Parveen Kumar Dull. He's bowled well for the NYC Titans. Big swing and a miss, and missing the ball completely. There's the new batter.
Okay guys, coach is calling you.
So Farhan Ali, man on strike. They need 53 to win this one. And a couple of good balls here from Parveen Kumar. He's bowled very good in this series, and still so much games to be played. So he's going to be a key man here for the Titans. And they've come with some very good spin options in their lineup. Sahir Bhatia, of course, leads the pack. We've seen 3 dot balls here so far, so this has been a good effort from Parveen Kumar. And so they need 53 to win from 20 balls. The Titans with a couple of points on the board already. Oh, it's in the air.
Kwame is under it! Kwame takes it!
So Kwame goes under it. Kwame takes it. And it's 109 for 8. Gajanan Singh with the call. And so another wicket goes down. Manhattan Yorkers on the verge of losing another one as another wicket fall. It's 109 for 8.
The one thing I noticed though, other guys are playing on top.
Manager Charya walks to the middle, the captain. And they need 53 from 19 balls, so asking 16 runs and over. And Parveen Kumar has picked up 3 so far. So here he is to the captain. And a play and a miss. That will complete the 17th over, so 17 gone. It's 109 for 8. 109 for 8. Mario Laban has come back for another bowling spell. 2 overs, no win, 1 for 25. Got an early wicket of Pranav Chattapaliyam. But as we have seen during the course of this series, it's back like in the olden days. You just need the fast bowler to take the sheen off, and then you throw it over to all the spinners. And so Mario Laban, he's not in good company, I'll tell you what. He's not in good company with a side filled with so much spinners. So they've got a plan for you, Mario, and that plan is for you to take a little bit of sheen off. But in these days of modern T20 cricket, the bowlers, the spinners can use the new ball pretty well, as we have seen. So 110 for 8. Manager Charya, the captain, might be wondering why while he's batting out there, what has gone wrong with their campaign. Well, they need 52 from 17. That's the story here. And while a push into the offside will not do anything considerable to really catch up on a couple of losses so far. And so they need 51 from just 16 balls. We saw good knocks from Garanshu Sharma, who got 67. A quick fire set of runs from Kwame Patan. And we've seen good bowling from Parveen Kumar. He's picked up 3 for 11. Sahir Bhatia, the new find, the US international leg spinner, the young leg spinner. And we've seen good bowling from Keshav Raval. Slice into the offside. And Ravish Kanchi is the fielder. And they settle for one. So 50 runs needed from 14 balls. And we come down to the latter stages here, on the verge of getting bowled out, the Manhattan Yorkers. And the big question, and how do you lift yourself from 3 losses in 3 days and get back some encouragement that the series has just begun. It goes for a month. And so it's going to be, they'll have to pick themselves up quite quickly and to put in some good performance. We've got another big one coming up, and that's the 2:30 fixture. The Cavaliers top of the table along with the Stallions top of the table, so that's going to be an interesting one. In the air, Kwame Patan is the fielder, and so that will complete 18. So 18 gone, it's 115. They need 47 from 12. So we come down to the last 12 ball. The off spinner Ravish Kanchi is gone for quite a few. 3 overs, no been done for 32. And gets another ball here. And also one of the things you will notice with the NYC Titans, several players have come out of the Thunderbolts, a team that plays Division 1 in New York. Starting from the top edge, anybody's catch. Ravish Kanchi calls for it, and Manoj Acharya is gone. It's 115 for 9. So looking to go big, Manoj Acharya might have been undone by some extra bounce here from the off spinner, and in the end, ball can't clear the square. Ravish Kanchi has picked up his, is this his first wicket? Yes, his first wicket of the match. It's 115 for the loss of 9. So Preet Shah comes to the middle. Final man standing. Ishan Sharma has batted good for 29. He's at the other end, but here is Kanchi. And ball pulled into the onside, and now brings Ishan Sharma, who's played a good hand. We've seen a good knock from Derek Narain, and also we've seen a good knock from Danish Patel. Other than that, it's been not a good look on the scorecard. This one hammered into the deep. The fielder comes around and it goes away for 4. So a good strike here from Ishan Sharma. He's not giving up. And he goes up to 33. They need 42 from 9 ball. Look at that, coming down, advancing down the track to the off spinner, hitting into the area with the spin. That's important. And he picks up a boundary, 49 to win from 9. Ravish Kanchi. Yeah, passes the wicketkeeper. Running back is Parveen Kumar. And a leg by signal by the umpire. So we come down to the remaining 8 balls. Still need 41 to win, and with this win, the Titans will win their second game of the weekend. Saw yesterday they went down to the Cavaliers, and that match went all the way to the 20th over. Najaf Shaw still had to defend 2 2 off the last ball, and Ryan Shun held out in the deep. 7 balls remaining. Oh, so there we go, folks. Manhattan Yorker loses their 3rd game in 3 days. And the Titans have pulled through. They will put 4 points now on the table. It all ends with a shot trying to play here from, it looks like Ishan Sharma. And so he goes, Kanchi takes a wicket. And that's the wrap here, with the Yorkers going down to the NYC Titans. So final ball to close out things. And look at this, Ravish Kanchi looking to finish up and exposing that leg stump to the off spinner. And in the end, Manhattan Yorkers have lost their 3rd game, and it's the NYC Titans. So a quick summary of what has happened here. We saw Goranshu Sharma. We talked how good he's been today, 67. Now look at Kwame Patan Jr., 46 from just 24 balls. And in the end, we've seen a couple of wickets from Ravi Kanchi and Sahir Bhatia with a couple of wickets. 3 for Parveen Dull, not forgetting him. Derek Narain at the top of the order got 37. So folks, there you have it. Manhattan Yorker going down again, and the NYC Titans, they will now go up to 4 points. We'll take a break, and remember, 2:30 Cavaliers will take on the Stallions. Until then, goodbye, and we'll see you soon.